These two were Hatfield and McCoys of the tiger industry, and they were, out to make each other look like the bad person. And ultimately, the feds got involved.
In about 90 minutes from now, Joseph Maldonado-Passage, better known as the Tiger King, will be back in court for resentencing. A federal appeals court ruled last year that Maldonado-Passage should get a shorter prison sentence for his role in a murder-for-hire plot and violating federal wildlife laws. In January 2020, he was sentenced to 22 years in prison, but the 10th Circuit ruled that was wrong, that the range that the judge should have been considering should have been shorter. It should have been calculated at 17 and a half to 21 and 10 months, but not the longer range that was used. Court TV anchor Julie Grant spoke with Maldonado-Passage's attorney about this resentencing. Take a listen.
Joe just wants an end to this. He's waited 7 months on the resentencing. We're 3 years now because of how the criminal justice system slows things down for his Rule 33 motions and motions for ineffective assistance of counsel that really need to come right at or after resentencing. So he just wants people to understand what's going on. He was prosecuted for improperly caging animals and has been in solitary confinement for over 150 days in the past year. I mean, the irony here of what's happened to him and the mistreatment of Joe Exotic with cancer, getting justice delayed is justice denied. We want to expand this legal team and help Joe, get a voice and get out, because 2022 is the year of the tiger starting February 1st. We're hoping it's the year that gets justice for Joe Exotic.
We'll see. Still with us, Marion County, Iowa attorney Ed Bull. And Ed, it's always difficult to get somebody out of prison, right? The system works slowly from start to finish, but it really slows down after a conviction and after a sentencing. What's the reality of, and they already won this small battle with the resentencing. He's going to drop a few years today. They're going to resentence him because the circuit court believed that the wrong guidelines were used. But bottom line, the year of the tiger, the odds of him walking out of a federal penitentiary this year are pretty low.
Slim to none. I mean, and the reality is this is a whole lot to do about nothing. The original range that was used was 22 to 27, and in return, based on the fact that I think certain things should have merged, for lack of a better term, we're now looking at 17 to 21 and a half. So he's going to save 2, maybe 3 years on the back end of the sentence. Important to remember, federal sentences, there's no parole. So this is a whole lot to do about nothing, to be honest, Ted. He's still got more than 15 years probably left to do in prison.
Yeah. Now, his attorney, John Phillips, says they are aggressively pursuing other things, and he says there's more to this case after their investigations. Take a listen.
There was certainly government misconduct, ineffective assistance of counsel, and some new evidence. So over the course of the 9 months, we've met with Jeff Lowe and Lauren Lowe and Alan Glover and James Garrettson and John Rinke, all the characters people got to know in Tiger King 1, and they all, gave me a Lee Corso. Well, not so fast, right? So there was more to the story, and we've put together affidavits, filed them with the court, and even Alan Glover, the alleged hitman, admitted to perjury during the federal trial. So that's certainly a new development.
Ed, new evidence it works out sometimes. We see innocent project cases where DNA comes in. New evidence, though, when witnesses are maybe telling him something different than what they testified to, that's a whole different ballgame, is it not, in terms of the idea that a habeas would be successful of going to a higher court and saying, listen, here, we've uncovered this new evidence. It's got to be pretty significant, does it not?
Yeah, and I think, Ted, we're on the same page here. The reality is this is not DNA is exonerating him. This isn't we got the wrong guy. This wasn't a faulty eyewitness identification. This was a systematic case of a tremendous amount of, I believe, wiretaps and the like that was involved in this. But I agree with you. If it's wrong, if it's the wrong verdict, we should do everything in our power to make it right. Uh, but this is a whole lot different than somebody else did it. This is, you're exactly right. Now, after the fact, someone says they committed perjury. That's a serious offense. Don't get me wrong. But I would be very surprised if in the year of the tiger, this man's walking out of prison.
Yeah, and the idea that this was the Hatfield and the McCoys, and they only got Joe Exotic, and Carol Baskin should be in prison. That's not an excuse, is it either? Say you two were doing something crazy, and yes, one of you got clipped, the other one didn't, and who knows? Maybe the year of the tiger will mean something to Carol Baskin. We don't know, but that's not an excuse either. You can't say, well, the other guy, why'd you just pick on me? We're both doing it.
Right, you're exactly right, and this often would, as I'll admit it, Ted, I was a Tiger King watcher during kind of the beginning of the lockdown, and I was absolutely amazed that these folks existed. And then I talked to some of my friends who had actually got their picture taken with Joe Exotic, and so
Really?
yeah, and then they had their photo. I was asking them whether or not they had any pizza at his restaurant based on what we saw in the documentary, but the reality is that as I watched this, I often thought that perhaps this was a lot like a heavyweight boxing match where both sides really didn't like each other, but they used each other to raise money and to really pump up the attention to it. And then all of a sudden you find out, no, it would appear they really, really disliked each other. And Joe tried to hire a hitman at least twice to kill a Carol.